All right, fine. I'll be a gracious host. How you doing?
Little Mermaid is the scariest Disney movie by far, though.
Why the hell is Ace Blade in your Kickstarter?
Some comics. I'm getting controversial today. We're gonna get controversial today with.
My proudest moment is this interview and being able to talk to you two.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Taurus Comics, in collaboration with Fourth Wall Productions, respectfully brings to you the 121st episode of the Four Tales podcast. I am your host, Kyron Silver from Taurus Comics. Across that way is Dan, and together we are your two award-winning blurred comic creators, here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live on the Age to Geekdom Network via Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, and TikTok, I think. No? Okay.
TikTok, working on it.
Okay. So if you're listening or watching us live, thank you for your support, but don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast, because all your positive reviews, interactions help us reach a bigger audience. Dan, what's up, man?
What's up, Kai?
I'll take it. That was actually my nickname back in high school, so I'll take it. Yeah. Okay. I had like 7 nicknames because people didn't want to say Kyron correctly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like it. I've never been, I'm sure I've been called Dan from some people, usually only white folks, but you know, it does what it does, I guess. Okay. So Dan is all right. Why is my name getting shorter and shorter every week, though? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Is that bothering you in any way?
First, it was Danny J. Quick, creator of Ace Blade. Then it was Danny J. Quick, and then it was just Danny Quick, and now it's just Dan.
Oh, you're right. I should have just called you Danny at one point.
Yeah. See, you skipped up. You skipped one. What's up, Fish? How you doing? I don't know what's going on. I'm just Dan now. This is ridiculous. What's up, Bug Boy? Bug Boy is checking in on TikTok. What's happening, y'all? It's good to see y'all.
Dude, your TikTok sales for me have been great recently.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love it. Hey, listen, my diabolical plan, right? My diabolical plan has been to work with as many great artists as I can to get them.
For some reason, you work with me.
You included. You're a great artist.
Okay.
Get them to draw Ace Blade. And then, because I can literally only be at one comic book convention at a time, I can only make so much content, right?
Sure.
So if I work with artists, if I, get you to do a variant cover or a pin-up or whatever, then you put Ace Blade on your platform, you can make some money off of it. And I can get some marketing off of it, or, people got to come back to me to get issue 2 through 7 if they want it,
That's true.
So, I like it, man. I think it's a win-win. And it's, Marvel and DC do it, you know what I'm saying? Like they allow people to draw their characters, and they don't pursue people about the copyright, about doing prints and stuff of Batman and Superman and Wolverine. So I'm like, hey, if I can get a couple great artists to get a variant cover, I send them some books, they put it online, they say, hey, I did this variant cover, come buy it. And as long as it makes you happy, it makes me happy too.
Let me see if I can sell out the books I got, and that'll make me happy, because then I get my money back a little bit. So
yeah. How many did you order?
50.
50? Okay.
Yeah.
I think you can sell 50 of them for sure.
Oh yeah. You sent me how many the first time?
I only sent like 10 or 20, I think. Oh no, I sent you more than that because you had the convention too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's been you've already sold at least 25 of them things, at least. So
the original?
Yeah, the original.
Oh, I sold all of those already.
You sold all of those, yeah. So hey, I'm with it. I'm with it, man.
At this point, your book sells more on TikTok than my books do.
Make a bundle. Make a Ace Blade Taurus Comics bundle and put Saw in there, put Shaman's there. Because I will say that I have noticed that. So I was talking to one of the folks from Kickstarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me he's the head of content over at Kickstarter. He sent me some tips. He said hashtags work on TikTok. Now, hashtags still work on TikTok. They do not work on Instagram as well as Facebook and Threads and all them. So I have noticed that the Ace Blade hashtag definitely works on TikTok. If you are looking for Ace Blade content, or if you've interacted with Ace Blade content in the past, and I post hashtag Ace Blade, more likely it's gonna show up on your feed. So I will say that the older, marketing structure works on TikTok, and that works for me because my brain, I have an old brain, so I use the old marketing tactics, and everything I do, I put hashtag Ace Blade. I started it just to see how many views I would get, over time, and now it shows how many people have posted Ace Blade content. It shows like all the videos and all that stuff. So, I like it. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Somebody, Outstrike on TikTok said, "You ain't old, Unk." If you put Unk at the end of your,
You old.
that means I'm old. That means I'm old. You see all the gray? You see all the gray? I might be dyeing this purple soon though, so we'll see. I was thinking about doing the dye my beard purple for the Kickstarter as a stretch goal. So
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
Well, we have a guest today. We actually do have a guest. He's sitting in the
Okay.
background waiting, and
All
he has
right.
a Kickstarter that we're part of too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, is there a way maybe we can get him to color his gray hairs? And
Yeah. Yeah. Say, hey, this is a stretch goal. If we get to this, if we get to the $50,000 goal, initial goal, we get that beard dye.
Hey, you all must be in my wife's mind because she keep telling me to go get some Just for Men and do something about this gray hair. She stay on me every day about that. Good morning, gentlemen.
I do it too. I got mine going on a little bit here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, y'all probably make her happy if I end up having to do that. That would make her happy.
Go. We'll put it out as a goal. Y'all heard that officially here on Fortune Podcast. If we hit the goal, Tony Kittrell is gonna dye his
I will dye my beard. Danny did push us one time in his. I will dye my beard. You heard it here first.
No, wait, but are we doing purple like Danny wants to do, or are we doing different color for you?
I don't know if I can get away with it. All right, I tell you what, I'll dye it black, and maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard him say he'll dye it black.
I heard him say he'll dye it black, and then we lost.
All right, so for anybody in the listening audience, we got Tony Kittrell on the line from Advent Comics, creator of Titan, former firefighter.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah. Advent Comics.
Okay.
Is it 15 years now? 15 years now, Advent Comics.
August 1st will make 15 years, yes.
Man.
But we celebrating a little early with this Epiphany Engine thing.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Going to celebrate. Right. And the publisher.
Thank you guys for participating in that. Thank you for participating in that. That's cool.
Absolutely, man. I think it's important. I saw Joe Illich on an interview with Comics Are Dope, and he was talking about how the real Epiphany Engine is the idea that we can work together as Black creators, right?
Yeah.
And I really like the idea of that, and because I know it's difficult. It's very difficult. So it's great to see something like this happening. It's great to be a part of it. So tell us how the Epiphany Engine. If our followers don't know, the Epiphany Engine is the Kickstarter that has been running for about almost a little over 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
With the goal of $51,000, and we got a little time left. So tell us how the Epiphany Engine idea got started, and why you decided to spearhead this. There you go again. Can you
really?
Oh,
you scared him off.
We lost him. I just asked a question.
You scared him off.
I just asked a question. That's all.
You scared him off. You
I'm
talked
here.
about what is the Epiphany Engine. He got
I'm
too
here.
worried about meeting your standards, and he's like, "I'm out. I'm out."
I'm here.
Okay.
All right, Tony. What is the Epiphany Engine, and how did you get all this together?
Well, it started not by me. It started by a gentleman named Herschel Lewis. He is one of the members of the Black Comic Lords. So I was on TikTok one day, and he had put out a post that tagged Advent Comics and some other comic book publishers, and he was talking about a specific issue of War to Independence done by Dave Ryan, issue number 2, that had like a ton of black characters in it. He also had an issue of Black Panther, and he was like, we don't see any black characters doing crossovers like this, or just coming together like this anymore. He's like, this last one wasn't done for about 12 years or so. He was like, he said, I'm challenging everybody who I tagged to do something about it. So I saw it, and I was like, I wonder if anybody would be interested in doing something like that. So went to Facebook, and we did an open call, and everybody was like, they were down with it. And so many people said, hey, I participate, that we just had to make it happen.
Had to make it happen, man. This is an expensive. So I posted on TikTok last week, about it. And one of the questions that I got in the comments was, why so expensive, is what they said. I told them about the $50,000 goal.
I'm gonna tell everybody why.
No, wait.
From
I can tell you now. I can tell you right now. Look at all these names on this.
Yes,
Look at this talent that is on this.
Yes.
Brandon Thomas, Rodney Barnes,
Yes.
Greg Burnham. That's just talent. You got to pay.
All right, I got to whisper this part because my wife is up front. I'm already 5 figures in on this, and I put up with my own money before we even did a Kickstarter. So trust me, it costs to have something this good. But to be honest, with a project like this, cost is not the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying from day one that if I did something like this, I had to give the people, because this is the first time it's ever been done in our community on this scale. I had to give them something where they figured, okay, our people, we're going to tell you, oh, that artwork sucks, so that story sucks, so that's not this, that's not this. I had to give them what they wanted, so I had to get the top to bottom, the top writers, top artists, top covers. Everything had to be top flight for this to work. So I put my money where my mouth was, and I was like, okay, let's go out and get them.
Man, I've seen, I think that is very important. I think, especially in our community, sometimes we can look for a reason not to support things.
Yes.
When there's plenty of reason to support them. And that's one thing that you've definitely given people more reason to support it than not to support it. And for it to be a graphic novel, it's 192 pages. It's a full story. I definitely think that there's a lot to like about a project like this, and it's definitely something that people have been asking for. So the market is there for it. Did you have to make the goal $50,000 though?
Yes. And let me tell you why.
Why are we talking about this man finances like that?
Oh no! I don't mind. I don't mind. No, seriously, I don't mind. It had to be 51,000 because we had to cover the amount of the person. I don't say persons, but the creators that are doing the book. Mm-hmm. We also had to cover the amount of the printing of the book. This is not just going to be on regular comic book paper. When I said you're getting the best, you're getting the best. So you're getting the top flight paper. We're doing everything. So this book is going to be 100% from top to bottom. You're also getting one design who's doing the lettering and the covers. So these are the people that do the covers for Marvel and DC. So you're getting top flight throughout this book. Also, I had to cover the shipping, the distribution, the fulfillment, to the Kickstarter fees. So with all of that, it came without me subsidizing it. It would have been more. But like I said, I'm 5 figures in. So 51 is all we need to make the book a reality. I covered everything else. and I'm still covering everything else. So
Let's
Yeah.
not talk about the man's finances now, because we don't want to get him in trouble with his wife anymore.
no,
Okay?
no, no.
I
So look, we're 15 years in, and she still don't know that I paid over $30,000 for my first book. She still
Oh
don't know.
man.
Man,
Hey, well, we ain't gonna tell her. We ain't gonna tell her. I had my biggest, because I think that, you know, I haven't been as involved in the process. You know, I've been like I said, me and Kyron, we kind of help with the social media, but we are,
Yeah.
you know, we've lent our characters
Mhm.
to the project. You
And
know,
that was important. I mean, you guys are busy. You guys are. I'm gonna say this publicly. You guys are like rock stars over on like Instagram and TikTok. So I get the fact that you're busy because you know I stay busy. So I appreciate any help that you guys have lent. So I just want you to know that.
but I do think that, you know, the everybody doing a little bit goes a long way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that it's definitely it's definitely worthwhile. But I know myself, when you first announced that the goal was gonna be 50,000, I was like, God, dog, like,
I know.
man.
I know.
But absolutely, when you talk about the talent, I know Sean Damian Hill is gonna be doing some of
Yeah.
that.
If I could do a brief rundown of the talent, if you guys don't mind,
Yeah.
you'll understand why it's so much. Okay, for writers, we have Brandon Thomas, who did Excellence in Horizon. We have Rodney Barnes, Philadelphia, Blackula. He's about to do Batman. We have Greg Burnham, who does Tuskegee Airs. He's doing DC stuff now. We have Colleen Douglas, who's doing stuff over at Scout. She's doing title for me over at Advent. You have Avern Ball. You have Brian Hawkins. He has his own company. We're taking time away from his company to do stuff with us. You have Lonzo Starr taking time away from Concrete to do stuff with us. You got Robert Jeffries.
Chris
That's
Williams.
just, yeah, exactly. And that's just for writers. I mean, we have a couple more writers. John Robinson. We have Dwayne Robinson Jr. As far as artists, we have people like Chris Cross and Stephen Harris, Eric Battle, Jamal Igle, Chuck Patton, Kanan White, Sean Damon Hill, as you already said, Greg Maldonado from Milestone. I mean, the list is endless. I mean, like I said, when I went after top talent, and you're starting to see other people who we're announcing now during the campaign, like Aletha Martinez, Kieran Grant. There are a couple more names that are about to come out this week coming. So
You forgot the biggest name though.
you two.
Yours.
No.
Kittrell.
No, I'm telling you this. That a smart person always gets better people around them to do things.
True.
So I'm being very smart. I didn't attempt to write anything. I didn't attempt to do anything. I knew something of this caliber, people better than me needed to be in roles. That's why I went and got Brandon Thomas. That's why I got Rodney Barnes. That's why we got top flight artists. No, these people are here for a reason. These people are here for a reason.
I do think that it's good that we have like a great mixture of new and veteran talent in the project. Though we got, you know, people who are newer, like, you know, like myself. You know, I didn't grow up in comics. I started making comic books 10 years ago or so, but I've been able to make some headway in the space. You know,
I don't put you and Kyron as newer. I put you guys like around me as peers of mine coming around the same time. Now we have some definite newer talent. You know, some people, to be honest, haven't even put a book out yet, but they have good looking characters.
Absolutely.
And then I definitely made it a point. Now I didn't per se reach out to many people like of our peer group, but I did make it a point behind the scenes to reach out to the OGs, the people like the Larry Stromans and the Guy Sims and all these other people. Andrew Batts reached out to Roosevelt Pitts. So I reached out to those people directly and asked them, told them what we were doing. And it's like, hey, it would be an honor. You're OGs in this. Would you guys participate? So now those people I did reach out to, but I got in trouble. Well, not trouble, but people were like, man, you ain't calling me. I got a book that's coming out tomorrow. Why you ain't calling me? I was like, bro, I put out a general call. I said, but I made a point to people in this business who paved the way for all of us. I made it a point to go to them. Now, a lot of them said no, they're too busy, what have you. But I made it a point to reach out to them.
I love
What's
it.
been what's been the biggest struggle between getting all these creators and all these characters? I mean, I don't even know how many characters you have in the book, but what's been the biggest struggle so far with that?
It's close to 80 characters, and as you see every day on Facebook, I've been trying to put out at least 3 or 4 characters a day, just spotlighting, because people want to know who's in the book. And I was like, okay, well, that's a valid question. You know, let's tell them who's in the book and give it like a brief rundown on each character. So I've been doing 2 or 3 to 4 characters a day, and I'm just about the halfway mark now. So with the next 20 days, hopefully I will have everyone's character. I might have to start doing 5 characters today, have everybody's character get a little profile done.
Gotta do it. So I saw Mr. Joe Illich. Like I said, I watched the whole interview that he did with Comics Are Dope. And you know, he really broke it down, you know, as far as the concept. He was talking about the family, you know, the family aspect, and them having to be split up and all of this stuff. What was the creative process for these characters? Like, what was the you know, from the beginning of these new characters that came in, you know, what was the creative process for that, and how did you decide, or have you decided yet, which characters are going to be broken off and how they're going to meet the other superheroes?
Well, okay, now this goes back to the beginning. All right, so let me take you all back to the beginning. So we had a nucleus, myself, Greg Lisay, Javon Stokes. We came up with some stuff about the characters and how we were going to do things. And we tried to do like the opening arc, but it just wasn't gelling right in order to get everything, that all the other characters together. So we scrapped everything. Started from the bottom up. Basically, that's when I brought Brandon Thomas in. I was like, hey, look, I'm not even going to tell you what we were doing before. Whatever you do from this point out is something new, something original. Go for it. We're going to go off of what you say is working. So he came up with a whole new scheme, whole new idea, and we just went with that. And so far, it's been vibing. I mean, it's been vibing. Now, the editorial team that's in place underneath Joe, they have been kind of like pairing characters and writers and artists together. So that's pretty much been more of their thing. I just been on the sidelines just looking, but yeah, it's been working so far because
I want to see the script.
Yeah.
I want to see the script. That's what I'm.
Everybody does. Look, somebody out, you know, he didn't. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's involved in the project. So he hit me up this morning and he was like, "Hey, yeah, I want to see the script. How my character is." I said, "Bro, I haven't even seen how my character's written in the story." And I said, "I'm paying for all this." I was like, nah, I mean, I trust the writers. I wouldn't have paid them all that money if I ain't trust them. I was like, they're going to do our characters justice. Don't worry. But nobody, honestly, outside of the writers and the people who are drawing, nobody else has seen, like, meaning us 70 participants in the story. No one's seen the scripts.
That's probably a good thing.
Because
that's probably
because I'm going to be honest. Because all of us are going to have to change. Well, my character fires proton beam from his left pinky toe, so I need that to be shown. And you know, these writers, they don't got the time for all that. That's the reason why we ask for PDFs and you know, examples of your character's powers and stuff, so the writers can get a feel for it.
Yeah, I will say that part of the creative process, I was something like I've never seen before. Like y'all really did ask for pretty detailed like character descriptions. Bro, like super detailed the character descriptions for these characters. So I thought that it was I again, like you said, you got Brandon Thomas. I saw him talking about it with Black Comic Lords maybe a week ago.
A week ago.
They were asking him more about excellence, and I was in the comments asking about excellence.
Look, but I'm an excellence fan too. And so when his name came up to get him, I was like, excellence, Brandon Thomas? And Joe was like, yeah, you know, he might be. I said, oh, sign him up. And so I was fanboying out. And I told him personally, I was like, look, I'm not going to be a fanboy because I know I'm in the process of trying to hire you for this job. But I got a lot of questions. He just laughed. He thought it was funny. I was like, man, I'm a serious fan of excellence.
Yeah.
So I was
he did
content
announce
because
it.
Paul asked a couple questions that I had myself, and I was in the mic like, okay, what is he gonna say? How's he gonna explain this? So yeah.
So that's again. I know if Brandon Thomas is heading up the writing team, that it'll be quality. It'll definitely be quality. You know,
He did his thing, and he came through. And when we read his script, now his was the only script that we did read, and we sent that out to the writers, and everybody was like, "Oh snap, this is gonna be it." So yeah.
So, is there space in the book? I mean, I know you don't have details as far as script is going, but is there space in the book that there could maybe be a second in the future down the line? How
That
does
is
that work out?
something we had to talk about because, and I said this from the beginning. This isn't just an Advent book. This is all the creators are participating in this book. So that would be something that we all would have to decide. Hey, you guys want to do something else with this? And it could be. And I'm not opposed to it being okay. Next book is done by Taurus and Fourth Wall Productions. You guys have the McCallies, and we all just give you our characters, and you do what you want to do. So if anybody wants to do that,
write that out.
I'm dead. I'm dead behind Sirius.
Kyron, you got 10K to put up.
Yeah.
I'm dead behind Sirius because it's about the community that came together. It's not about one company. So it's not about that.
For sure. And I strategically said my Kickstarter to come on right after.
I know, and we got you. Because look, those 400 backers we have, they all gonna know Ace Blade is 8 is coming out. So it's a win-win for everybody. But so you have a potential of 400 off the break without doing anything.
But again, I think that especially when it comes to Black independent comics, if you are interested in a project like this is potentially something that the entire community absolutely could benefit from. Like you already got a baked in. How many backers are we at right now? We're at
428. 428
people who want
428. Okay, cool.
428 people who want content like this, right? 400. That's a lot. That's a lot of. I don't care if you are brand new in indie or you've been a Black comic creator for 100 years. 400 backers is a lot of backers.
Yeah. And
for there to be over 400 people who want something like this, especially on a platform like Kickstarter, that's super. That's very important and could be very impactful. So, like I said, I think that this is worth doing for sure.
And the part about it that most people don't know is that there are a lot of people who don't even know Epiphany Engine exists. So that's why it's important for all of us to reach out and spread the word amongst the different platforms and socials we're on and different people, because they don't even know about the project.
Don't answer that question.
All right. No. Okay. We got a question from the audience from Paige.
How
big of a role does Ace Blade have in the crossover? Because that's what everybody wants to know.
I don't know. I don't know, and that's being 100% honest. I don't know.
I honestly want to be surprised. Yeah. Just like I want to be surprised. Like I said, I want to see the script, but when it comes out, I want to be surprised, just like everybody else. To be honest with you.
Well, look here. I thought about using some of my influence. I'm like, okay, y'all didn't show me Titan on the cover. I want to. What's he going to do? How y'all going to use them? But they're kind of super tight-lipped over on the writing side, and I get it and I appreciate it, but I'm curious myself. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. I said it here. I want to know, damn it. So somebody tell me something.
Yeah. Hey,
Brandon, can we get Brandon on the line real quick?
We're gonna reach out.
Brandon didn't do any of the superheroes yet in his opening. Okay. Brandon's coming back and he's gonna do like the outro last chapter, but the intro chapter was just for introducing the McCallie family.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so man. I'm
excited
about it.
At this point, how much of the book is actually done, to your knowledge?
I do know because I had to approve paying for the stuff. So we're 60 pages 60 pages done.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the while we've been raising money, we're still behind the scenes working, and I'm still paying for stuff and getting stuff done. So we're about halfway done. So the goal is, if we get funded, well, when we get funded, to have everybody get their books by January. So
Okay.
January is the goal, so that by the time Black History Month hits, everybody has the book in their hands. Everybody has the book in their hands.
That would be great. That would be great. I got a few comments on TikToks. Goofy Max Lee says he wants the surprise moment too. You know, a bunch of people in the comments saying that you know, they're looking forward to it, and I'm happy about that, man. It looks like you know, people are excited. I know I'm excited, and Kyron is definitely ready to get part 2 started right after.
Hey, whoever
Am I
wants to
drawing
do
it? I'll pay for it.
Kyron, look, take the money out of the equation. It's a big undertaking because
It is.
you got all these different people, all these different creators, and you got to coordinate and make sure that you got to work around, because a lot of these creators still work for Marvel and DC and Image. You got to work around their schedules to make sure, okay, you got this brand new book coming out this time. You can only give us 3 pages of art, so it's so much that you got to work around. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'll put it that way. So whoever does the next Black crossover, I'm here to help you however you want, but I ain't leading it. Y'all can have that.
Me and Kyron might.
Yeah. Hey,
might
and
go.
however you need support, I'll give it to you. But y'all can have that.
Don't be putting my name in there right.
But yeah, man. So I think it's great. Like I said, I know it can be tough, especially working with all these people, with a lot of creators. But it's definitely something that I think is worth doing, and the audience is obviously there.
Yes.
We just got to keep pushing. And now that I'm gearing up the Kickstarter mode, you know, I'm more active. I'm pushing over there, so I'll be putting out some more content for sure.
And yes, Paige, you definitely can sneak into the next one. We'll have you in the next one, brother.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
So Danny's gonna write that, like we said. So Paige, talk to Danny.
Let's get this one done first, though. Let's get this one done first.
All right.
Done first. Absolutely. Kyron, you ready for quick takes?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
All right, man. Let's do it. Quick takes. Oh, was that me? Yeah, it was. All right. So, if you've never seen the show before, Quick Takes is a rapid Q&A section where we grill our guests on their deepest, darkest secrets from the internet. Okay. So, no, I'm just playing. It's just 5 questions that we're gonna ask you to let people get to know you a little better. So
wait, can I answer this real quick? Paige Saw is not in the crossover. I have Ruby from Planet Oz. She's in the crossover.
Saw Black?
No, Saw. I'm gonna hurt you.
I didn't. I thought maybe something changed in issue 5 or something. I didn't know. Okay.
Right.
Now they gave me Malik. I know Malik's in it because I did I asked for the characters who were in it, and I got Malik. So I haven't gotten to Ruby yet. So if Ruby's in, I haven't got to her yet. But I know they gave me Malik, and I did him just the other day.
Yeah, because Ruby's on the cover with all the characters. So I thought, okay, I'll take 2 characters.
Oh, then Ruby's in it too. Then okay, all right.
See, Kyron got 2 characters in there.
Yeah, actually, you did because it was only supposed to be 1 per creator. Let me find out.
No,
go find out.
Kyron got 2. We snuck. Ace Blade and Lumberjacks are both in there. So I ain't gonna complain. All right, so like I said, we got 5 questions. You're gonna have 45 seconds each to answer. And we'll start with this one. We know that you retired as a firefighter not too long ago. But I want to know what's harder, fighting fires or fighting the algorithms on social media? And
definitely
why?
the algorithm. Definitely the algorithms, because if I give you 3 to 5 minutes of hard work, the fire's going out. But I can't overcome these algorithms because they change. And I've been trying everything. I've watched you and some other people trying to figure out how you guys move on social media, and it keeps changing. And it's like I keep trying to put stuff out, and it just doesn't reach out to the fans.
Yeah, that's absolutely that's valid. But the algorithms can't incinerate you. So I will say that. I will say that. Definitely don't want to be fighting them fires, man. That's shout out to you for that. All right, so question number 2. I was thinking about us as a community, Black comics as a community, and I know me personally, I buy a lot of Black comics. So I wonder, what was the first Black comic that you ever bought, and what was the most recent Black comic that you bought?
The first Black comic I bought was out of a barber shop in the 90s, and that was Brother Man. The most recent, it's hard because I'm a super backer. I support, I got Kickstarter, I got Indiegogo, and I support, I don't say primarily Black comics, but primarily Black comics. I think the last one I was Atlas. Was Atlas? No, Waffle Man. Did Waffle Man? Did Atlas?
Yeah, Waffle Boy. Yeah.
Jibbers was last. I did Jibbers last week.
The Horseman?
Yeah, the Horseman. 25th anniversary of the Horseman. The Cloven Volume 2. That's my very last one.
Dope. Okay. There we go. There we go. Excellent answer. Okay, so question 3 is a question that we ask a lot of creators on here because the answers vary a lot depending on the person. All right, so question number 3. In your opinion, what is the best part of creating and what is the worst part of creating?
The best part of creating is the joy of seeing fans get the material and to like the materials. I've had people say, "Oh man, this was dope," or "That was nice. I'm glad to see that such and such look like me is in a book." The worst part is that at the same time of being a creator, I have to be a businessman. So there's certain things about the business that clash with being a creator, and I gotta kind of straddle a fine line. Sometimes, people get mad at you for handling business as opposed to handling the creative side.
Yeah. Definitely understand that. Myself, I hate the business side of it, but that's why I got Kyron. Kyron has I don't know if you know, Kyron is the new editor-in-chief for Fourth Wall Productions. I don't know if you know that, but that's why I got Kyron.
I hope I ain't saying that out of turn. I thought you were working with Brian.
Brian is a story editor. Brian is
okay.
a story editor for us.
Congratulations, Kyron.
Kyron is the EIC, the business.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on my first paycheck though.
Me too.
Me too.
All right. So, like I said, question number 4. I know that you recently retired from firefighting, but I wonder, is there a world where you can see a second retirement from comics, and how exactly would you get there?
I'm just starting comics, but I did say last year because I had a map of things I wanted to do when I told everybody, I said I'm about to retire from firefighting in 24. Be prepared because I'm going all in. I'm going to be in comics. It's my day job. So I have 4 big projects that are all lined up, and I'm working on them all at the same time. So I've been crazy busy like the last almost year, but it's about to pay off. So from here on out, I'm just going to be hitting y'all with projects. And y'all going to be like, does this boy ever slow down? But that's what you're going to see the result of it. So no, I don't see a retirement no time soon.
So more Titan, more Cosmos.
Yes. And now I'll have more time once these 4 projects are done to get back to writing those titles.
Okay, awesome. All right, so question number 5. And we always do a top 5 list for question number 5 because we also do a show called Top 5 Live on Tuesday nights at 8. So off the top of your head, and I'm gonna put you on the spot because this one is actually tough.
Okay.
I want to know your top 5 because we saw is it Absalom? Is the
Absalom.
villain? Absalom is the villain of Epiphany Engine, and he's got some great images, some great art on there. So I want to know, who are your top 5 black comic book villains?
Okay. We got nope. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go from 5 to 1. Okay, we got Amanda Waller.
Okay.
We're gonna
Some
have
villains.
Despot from old Wildstorm days. I want to say Moses Magnum, but they like he's fluctuating. They do him dirty sometimes. I'm making him black. I want to say Tombstone, even though he's albino, he's black
Okay.
to me.
All right.
And I gotta go. We got 2 more.
One more.
Oh, gotta do Absalom. Absalom number 1.
Absalom is number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love that Amanda Waller pick. A lot of people overlook Amanda Waller, and she's definitely. I don't know if I would say she's a villain, but
yeah, she's more of a do whatever it needs to be done character. I'll put her in that frame there. So if she's not a villain, then black villain wise, we'll go.
I say, it's your list. If she's a villain on your list,
because right now they got her as a villain in most of the books I've been reading. So she's basically the villain.
Okay. Hey, well, I appreciate that, man. This week's Quick Takes is sponsored by Gemini Comics. If you go over to Gemini Comics Supply and put in the code AceBlade, you can get 10% off on your order.
Oh, sure.
Thank you for doing
that. Big time. They got Gemini sponsoring?
Hey.
No, not they, him.
That's him. Okay.
It's us.
Because again, I'm not seeing no paycheck yet, so
at the end of the quarter, we'll break you off. All right.
Hey, now wait.
All right, man. Appreciate you doing that for us, Tony.
Hey, thank you guys for having me on your show, and thank your fans for listening to me blabber for a half hour. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
This was good. We want to make sure people follow you though, and keep up with not just Epiphany Engine, but you and Advent Comics. So where can people check you out, follow you online, things like that?
Me is Tony Kittrell. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm also on Threads and Blue Sky. As Advent Comics, you can follow on Facebook, X, Twitter, IG, TikTok, Threads, Sky, pretty much all the socials. And we have an Epiphany Engine that's on IG. It's on Facebook, and that's it, I believe. I think that's
it. Okay. And TikTok.
Yeah. I know I'm forgetting something. TikTok. Yes. Thank you.
There's too much out there right now.
Yeah. I'm an old man, so it's hard to remember. I got all this gray. It might be black and purple, I guess, if I can make this happen.
All right. Danny, where can people check you out?
The best place to find us is fourthwallpros.com. And if you want to find me on social media, it's at the AceBlade on all social media platforms. Kyron, where can people find you?
You can find me at tauruscomics.com. I am on all social media platforms at Taurus Comics also. And this is your first time checking out our podcast, you can go to our website, fourtalespodcast.com. That's the number 4, TALES podcast. You can listen to our previous episodes. You can buy some merchandise. You can buy us a coffee, support us that way. But we do want to make a big announcement. Starting next week, Friday, we're going to shift our time again. That's for the second time this season, where we will now be at Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we are going to have our first guest at this new time, Mr. Paige Alfred. He's going to be on the show talking about Blowtorch and everything else that he's got going on. So please join us back at that point next Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I got to remember that because I keep forgetting the time frame. So.
Hey, and before you guys go, this isn't announced yet, but me and Paige Alfred, we got to get together, do a Blowtorch and Dalton Malone crossover. We've been talking about this for a while now to see which character would win. So, Paige, I'm putting you on notice, brother.
Oh, there we go.
Right. There we go. We'll add that to the list of the other projects you got going. All right, everybody. Well, until next time, sayonara, goodbye, and everyone, please take care of yourselves.
Thank you.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.